Hello everybody, this is Iskall and welcome back to our Feed the Beast world. How you doing today? Are you good? Awesome? Fantastic? Cool. Right, today we're gonna be doing a little bit of everything. I have a lot of things that I want to get done today, but we're gonna start with Thaumcraft. I was saying in the last episode that we can do a lot of awesome stuff with Thaumcraft, and that is true. There are, however, many steps to it, and we're not gonna do it all at once. We're gonna get started. But first of all, this is the Thaumcraft room. You remember it? I made a door here, guys. What do you think? Doesn't that look cool? I think it looks kind of cool. I don't like the transition from the thing that we are walking on, the wood thing, whatever you call it. But I think that looks cool. And look at this. It's a switch from switches. You click it and aha, it works like a lever. And we get access to our Thaumcraft room. Still no ceiling, So please continue to give me some feedback on that. I gotta say before we start though, and I also saw a comment about it, I realized that this kind of looks like Etho's Thaumcraft room, and oh, I saw that now, and I got a comment about it, and I checked out his episodes, and yeah, uh, that's a bit unfortunate because I don't want to copy anyone, and truthfully, I didn't. I've been using the sandy block design around my base, and I found these infernal. I think he's using abyssal though, to be fair, but and he's using a bit different flooring and all that. But it's definitely similar. I don't want to change it though, so I'm gonna keep it. What about that? Huh. Gonna keep it. All right. Anyway, back to this. So what we want to do today, I've done the Tomonicon. What was it called? The Tomonomicon. Ugh. The book for Thaumcraft I've done. And this book is made simply by using a wand. Wait, where's my wand? There's my wand. You use a wand on a bookshelf by right-clicking the bookshelf with a wand, and out pops the book for Thaumcraft, the Tomonicon. Can't do it. All right. And this book have all kind of awesome stuff in it. It's basically a recipe book, I suppose, where we can unlock research and stuff. However, as I said, Thaumcraft takes a lot of time to do stuff that aren't really record friendly. So what I've done is that I've got some essentia on my wand here. I created this wand, by the way, simply by using something called iron caps in this arcane workbench. Now, everything you craft in this arcane work table requires a wand to be placed up here for it to be drained of the essentia. You can see the air 11, terra 9 and aqua 18. So that's really really important. When you want to craft something, you need to have the stuff, the essentia, which I probably don't have. You get it from finding nodes and tapping them of the essentia. So that stuff is stuff that I do off camera because it's kind of boring, I think, to watch. So hopefully I'm a bit prepared here, because today I really want to get started with this, and I want to create these, the goggles of revealing. Today, when I search for my nodes, I gotta watch real careful and see if I can see it. I need to go up like this pretty much. There are also available in obsidian totems. If you find them on the map, you can find nodes in them, and silverwood logs, but I haven't really found a good area for it, so. But anyway, let's get started. So what we want to do is simply click the goggles of revealing, and we want to make sure that we have in our inventory this guy, the scribing tools that you make out of ink, a feather and paper, I think. And you also want to have empty paper. Whoa, that scared me. You also want to have empty paper. Then you should be able to get the research note like this. The research note then you place into, this by the way is my research table. You make it by creating two table. Let me see. You can search them. You make it out of, let's see, casting, there we go, Thaumcraft table. just by placing wood and some slabs, and you put 2 of them down, and then you right click with one of these scribing tools and you get this table. These are all the essentials that I've learned by traveling the world and scanning things with that Thaumonic, no, not the Thaumonic, the glass thing. Let me show you the one we did in the last episode, this guy here. So I pretty much scanned a lot of stuff, and this one I haven't. So there we go, got some research points, and yeah, this will also help us in the mini puzzles that we're doing. Oh dear, I have a lot left to scan, I see. Some items are just amazing, some items are not very good for research points. But anyway, also for later we'll be needing these research points in form of essentia, and then when you scan them and have a look at them, for example the fitted infernal stone have 2 flame, 4 stone and 2 of that ghost thing. If you melt them down in a thing that we'll be doing further ahead, then you'll get those as essentials. Very, very important, but I'll get to it later. Don't you worry, this may be... Hello Enderman, get out of here. What? He left this. He left his earth block. Alright. This is terrible noise. Guess he will. Yeah. Guess he got scared. Right, so to actually get the goggles of revealing, we need to craft them, but we first need to research them. So I placed the research note here, and we get this little mini puzzle thing up, and this is really tough to do on camera because I'm not really sure, and I'm gonna have to try my way through here. But basically what you're doing here is that you need to create one connected line throughout these 3, and to do that you need to match whatever material is in them. For example, if I go, let's see, this guy here, the owl, the census, I think that guy is made out of air. Maybe wrong. No, he's made out of air. So you can see there's a little line here. It kind of connects. Let me show you what happens if it doesn't connect. That's what happens. And then you lose the research point. Cool. So now we need to continue this, and basically modus I think is made out of air. Yeah, so we get a line there, and now we need to find something that matches between this magic and the modus, and I'm not really sure. Maybe this guy? No. So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. I'm gonna try different things here. Oh, that void connects there. Okay, so what about soul? No. As you can see, you're gonna quickly run out of these, but you learn as you go along. You learn what fits with what, kind of. So let me skip ahead and see if I can solve this puzzle. And there we have it. The puzzle is solved, and sorry to spoil it, guys, but this one is really simple. A lot of researches will require a lot more items to it. So I basically remember that the void thing connects with air, and this also connected with air. So this was pretty simple. As you can see, the line goes through everything. And now what we got is a discovery. So now we can grab this guy here, and let's see if I remember correctly. Yeah, I just placed it on the hotbar and right-clicked them. We got them researched. So if we now look in our book again, we can click this and we'll see that, okay, here's the recipe how to craft them. We're going to need 2 thermometers, those one we can craft, and then we need 2 gold ingots and 4 leather. As for these guys here, this is not an issue. I mean, we got tons and tons of material, right? The issue is going to be getting all of these. So I'm going to need 5 air, 5 ignis, which is fire, 5 water, 5 earth, perditio, and ordo, 3 of these. Okay, so let's check our wand again. What do we have on the wand? We got 11 air, so that check. We got 9 terra, check, and 18 aqua. Okay, so again, let's go back to the book. So we got the air, we got the water, and we got the terra, right? We're gonna need to find fire, which you can find nodes that give you fire. You can find in the overworld as well, but I tend to find them in the nether, so I'm probably gonna go there. And we need to find perditio and ordo. Right, cool. So I'm gonna be Gotta be checking it and see if I can find any nodes. Just to give you an idea of how tough it is to find nodes, I'm gonna jump over to our quarry site, to the digging site here, in the middle of the night with creepers hanging about, and show you a node. This here, as you can see, you can barely see it. Wait, where did it go? This guy here, do you see a little light? No, probably, or maybe not. This is right on top of this stone. There's a little light difference, and you can see also when I'm hovering it, it says ore node in the top there. So this guy will give me these vis. They're called vis, I think. So I drain it and I get more of the vis. So now I'm 15 air, 16 terra, and you can't tap them completely, but they will recharge. And you can also later on move these guys with a jar, but that's much later. So basically, without the goggles of revealing, you're gonna have to go around and look for things like this. You can also use, let me see if I got the thermometer, and if I hover it, you can see that, wow, that's much more visible, right? You can see the thing like that. So when you got the goggles, you'll see these guys everywhere. But it's getting the goggles that's the tough start with this mod. So let me fly around, let me have a look and see if I can collect fire. I'm gonna go to the nether and Perditio and Ordo. Yes, done. I've been exploring for a little while. Didn't take me too long, and you know me, I like to explore, so that was fun. I found an area. I was looking for silverwood trees because they usually, or not usually, but sometimes they have nodes in them, right? But I found a few, didn't find anyone with a node in them though. But I got some saplings, so I'm gonna plant them and hope for nodes near or closer to my base. But then I found an area with 3 nodes sitting just next to each other with Perditio and Ordo in them, so that was awesome. Let's see if we can craft this baby, and it will make it a lot more easy to do this the next time. So, what was the recipe? 2 of those, 1 gold there, 1 gold there, and leather on the side. Alright, so we're going to do leather, and then gold, gold. Cool, and now you can see that these kind of vis, they blink, and if they blink you don't have enough. So I'm going to have to put my 1 down there, and that's going to give me the ability to craft them. Awesome. Now I can take these on, and if I look at a node while I'm in this stage, there you can see already. I can see a lot of nodes just hanging around my base that I haven't found earlier. And the first thing you want to do when you find a node is scan it to get that those research points. What else did I see? I saw a lot of things. Oh wait, look at this. This is actually very good, and that's a good one as well for water and Perditio. It's very good to have many nodes close by in the beginning. But as you can say, that just makes a whole lot of difference when you're looking for more vis to have these on. However, there is one thing that's not good, and that's removing my armor. So I don't have any proper helmet anymore. So what we're gonna do is something that we were talking about a few episodes ago. We're gonna do the power armor helmet and kind of put the glasses in there, because I know you can. And I also went ahead and made the heavy plating. Yeah, there we go. The advanced plating, which will make this helmet as durable and strong as a diamond helmet. So let's go down. Got some new stuff going on in here, by the way. I'll show you in a second. But first, let's see. We want to install aurameter. Yeah. Alright, so we would need a hologram emitter as well. Let's see. How do we make a hologram emitter? Hologram. There we go. And this guy requires, well, that guy requires a bunch of different things. Gold cable. Okay, let me craft one of these real quick. And got most of the stuff. What it comes down to is the red dye that I'm missing. So I went and fetched some red roses. Let's put them in there. And now, there we go, a hologram emitter. These guys are really simple, by the way. That's just gold and redstone pretty much. So let's see if we can install the aurameter. Yeah, so now the install button, you'll notice that it's, wait, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know why. Okay, it didn't change. I thought it was red before. So now these guys have the goggles of revealing in them, which means that I can actually put the helmet on instead, and I will be able to see the notes. Look at that. Take it off, and no notes. Aha, so that's awesome. Now from here we also need to install the armor, right? So we can install iron or we can install diamond. At the end of the day, you'd want diamond for protection, but the helmet will weigh more and more the more things you put in it, and eventually it would be too heavy for you. So that's the drawback of using diamond. Now, since we don't have a lot of stuff in it yet, I can just go ahead and install diamond, and then up the plating thickness will increase the weight of the helmet, and you want to keep it below 6 kilograms, which is a Swedish measurement or a European measurement. So anyway, you want to keep it like that, and yeah, I'm gonna make it all the way. That should then give it as much power as a diamond helmet. So yeah, if you look at my armor bar, you can see that. Whoa, perfect. Awesome. So this should be fine, and it's getting energy currently from my jetpack, I think. So as long as I got power in my jetpack, it's going to be powering my helmet. And I got that kind of weird thing up here now, as you can see, indicating power and something else, degrees, I guess. Awesome. So now we've started with Thaumcraft, and now it would be much easier for me to fly around and find these vis that we'll need for the wand wherever I put it. Alright, it's still in here. Yeah. The next thing I'm gonna want to do is probably get myself a better wand. So let's just quickly look into that. I got something else that I want to do today though. Right, maybe it's not researched yet. I was sure it was under. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead between this episode and the next one and research a lot of these. The round ones aren't items; they are simply research stuff. For example, this here will give me the ability, I think, to get more vis per node I tap. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead between this episode and the next one, as I said, to kind of get progressed a bit with this so we can start to craft the cool stuff and do arcane infusion and all that. But we've got the goggles now, so that's awesome. Now we're gonna do something else, something completely different today. Let me just see how the pickaxe looks in my head. Looks fantastic. This is probably the best hat I've seen yet. I love it, and without that you got even some blood on it, but looks kind of good with this. So we're gonna do, hopefully we have time for two things is the plan. The first thing is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Now you notice that I got my personal storage set up, where I've just basically created a new pouch, an ender pouch that's connected to a different ender chest that isn't connected to the system, kind of to keep my tools in when I'm out traveling. I don't need to carry all this. I can just grab it whenever I need it. Specifically for Thaumcraft, that was important to not have the book and the thing with me at all times. This is the thing. Now that's all good, but really what would be awesome is if we could find out a system that would allow us to grab things from our ME system remotely, right? That would be amazing. So if I'd be out flying, I could grab torches or something like that, and it would just be much easier to kind of explore. So we're gonna do that because I've figured it out. I've been doing some research and it's totally doable. Before we do that though, I want to show you the basement real quick. What I've been done here. First of all, speaking about the storage system, I installed more drives, so we got some 4K storage installed, and I also drained the system out of 12,000 string and rotten flesh and all that we had, and now I'm throwing the string away immediately when I get it from the mob drops, because it was just filling up the system, so that eased a lot. Second thing I've done is that I've changed our energy cell for a redstone energy cell. So this is the best you can get in survival. And this guy holds 10 million 10 million RF, so we're not going to run out in a while, and that's a good buffer. Together with the lava buffer that we did the other episode, we got power for days. I also created this little hole here, and this little hole is pretty much a charging station. Let's see if I got, yeah, I got this guy, for example. So if I want to wirelessly, or not wirelessly, but if I want to use this instead of wire something up, for example, if I do a temporary project, then I can go here and I can charge this guy up simply by selecting blue, which is input, and as you can see, it's charging. So I've got a cable going up here, and comes out underneath here, and it's charged as the battery or the energy cell. Pretty cool. What else have I done? I've done this, and maybe you saw this when I was running around, and you're like, whoa, what is that? Looks cool. This here is an infinite glass creator. So I've been talking about this for a while. A lot of the things that you can do in this mod pack requires glass, right? And you know, you want to build with glass as well, probably. So I created this. Basically what this is very, very simple, and you'll be able to do this in no time. Let me break the glass here a bit to show you what's going on. So we've got an ender tank up here, right? And that ender tank is the same color as the bottom of our huge buffer there, so it's going to be full for a very long time. Now that ender tank feeds lava into this guy here, the igneous extruder. We've looked at this before, we created obsidian with it. Below the igneous extruder I placed an aqueous accumulator, and this guy we've also talked about. As long as you have water on both sides, it's going to be stored on, with water. It doesn't need power or anything, and that water is going up here. As long as this igneous extruder have both lava and water, it will create either cobble, stone, or obsidian, right? Now that cobblestone will go into a pulverizer, and the pulverizer will pulverize it into, wait for it, okay. It will pulverize it into sand, right? And it will also give us gravel every now and then, and whenever it gets full of gravel, I'm gonna need to go here and kind of reset it, unfortunately. Now, so this one is gonna get cobble all the time from this guy, and then it's gonna send over the cobble over to the redstone furnace, or the pulverized cobble into the redstone furnace, and the pulverized cobble is apparently sand, and that automatically burns it into glass and sends it into the ender chest here, into our ME system. Isn't that amazing? Glass for days, doesn't cost us a dime. I love it. Alright, so let me just repair this quickly. Those are the things that I've done off camera in between episodes. I think I covered it all. But now, remote controlled. So we want to access this out in the field, and as I've said, I've done some research, so I should be knowing what I'm doing. Hopefully this works. I've also prepared some stuff that we're going to need. Now to remotely to get a remote function, we're going to use logistic pipes, which is an amazing item sorting mod that I used on the old Moonlight FTB world instead of the ME system. I love the ME system. The ME system is probably much better, but the logistic pipes have a lot of cool features, such as remote order. So we're going to need an ME interface, first of all. An ME interface is something that allows different mods to interact with the ME system, right? Then we're going to need some cable just to hook it up to the system. We're also going to need a remote order logistics pipe. This guy is, let's see, remote order logistics pipe. This guy requires a basic logistic pipe, ender pearl, and redstone, and a basic requires all of these things. So it's kind of expensive to get going, but you don't need a whole lot. So it's worth it. It's worth it, definitely. Let's see if we can get this hooked up. Now, first of all, we're going to need to hook it up to the ME system somewhere. So I'm going to put down a cable here. And let's see, we don't need a lot of space. I think that's going to be good. And then I'm going to hook up the ME interface here. Now the ME interface doesn't necessarily do anything. It only allows you to get or it doesn't only allow you, but it allows you to get interactive with other mods, such as the logistics pipes. Now, to the ME interface, we're going to hook a remote orderer. No, we're going to hook this guy here, Logistic Chassis MK1, the cheapest chassis. Now, Logistic Chassis allows you to install something in it, for example, a provider module, which we're going to do. So I'm going to right-click the provider module onto the Logistic Chassis, right? The provider module will, here we go. You can see it. The provider module will allow this pipe to provide items, and if we don't specify anything, it's going to allow any items that this guy is feeding it, this being the inventory. And this guy works as such as if it's empty, it's going to be querying the entire ME system, which means that this basically gives us access to the whole ME system, but not without an end to it. So we need something to read out of it, and we're going to use the remote orderer logistic pipe to do that. So we hook it up like that, and if I right click this, I thought I would be able to kind of right click it. No. Okay, maybe, let's see. Let's continue on. I'm going to use the remote orderer, right? This guy here that I made out of glass and some diamond gear, and I'm going to right click that onto the thing here, and you can say connected to pipe, it says. So now if I right click it, I can access the whole ME system here. Awesome. So let me see if I can request a redstone ore, and I click request and it should pop out. Fantastic. Isn't that amazing? That isn't, however, remote. While I can do it over here, I can request, let's see, let's request one piece of glass. You can see that it's kind of shooting out here. So we need to transfer that somehow, and what we're going to do is that we're going to create an ender chest, hook it up to the remote order pipe, just like that, to clear some space. And now we're going to color code this to an ender pouch that I actually named output in the normal anvil. And to do that, we need some colors. So let's see what we can do. We're going to have to use a color combination that we haven't already used. So I'm thinking magenta, right? Let's head back down. Wait, yeah, this is the right level. And let's color the last one magenta. Just right click with a magenta dye. Fantastic. And now we're going to hook it up to the pouch by just shift clicking the ender pouch onto the ender chest, and you can see that it kind of colored itself to magenta on the last spot. Awesome. So now if I go ahead and equip this and request, say, let's request some gravel, shall we? Let's request 40 gravel. It says request a 40 gravel, request successful. So let's open up our output, and there we go. Isn't that fantastic? So I can go all the way over to my quarry again in the middle of the night, and I can request, let's request some oak leaves, right? The bad thing about this is that you can't request more than you have in stock, because that won't work. Hello, zombie. Get out of here. Alright, let's check the ender pouch. Fantastic, we got the oak leaves. That is amazing, and that is just, you know, that's going to be so helpful. So really, I don't need the personal, this guy here, I don't really need the personal storage thing, but it's kind of handy to have anyway, to have some kind of sorting on the things, I guess. I don't know, I made that first, so it's sticking around. Cool. And I think for today, it's come to the point where we need to wrap up this episode. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm going to continue with the Thaumcraft, get a bit further ahead, do some more researches until next time. And I wish you a fantastic evening, day, or wherever you are. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.